Well, hello out there, and welcome to everyone joining us for the launch of Swiss Gold Global 2.0. My name is Mark Moffat. I'm going to be your host today, and I get the exclusive pleasure of introducing the president and founder, or the CEO and founder of Swiss Gold Global in just a few moments. And I want to thank you for being here. On the map behind me, you can see a collection of countries that looks very much the same as the people who are dialing into the webinar right now. So for those of you in Europe and in Asia, good evening or good early morning. For those of you in the States, good afternoon or good morning, depending on when you're dialing in. And I'm very excited to introduce the founder of Swiss Gold Global, and his partner is here with us as well, Claudia. And I met them back in 2009. We were at a live event to really study the mind, thought, and how to create new results from the way that we thought. And at that point, I thought that that was completely unrelated to the topic that we're going to discuss today: currency, investing, securing our financial future. So we met through an education and understanding our own minds, how our beliefs about currencies were just so wired into what they might call a paradigm, how to change those, and hence how to create some new results and a different lifestyle. So as soon as I met them, I asked them, what is it that they do? And immediately, Claudia, the partner of the person I'm going to introduce today, held this out in front of me. There's a 3-ounce coin of pure silver, and she said, "Mark, put it in your hand." I put out my hand, and when it fell, I could feel the weight and the thud of it. And I was absolutely fascinated. It was a brand new way of thinking about money that just really didn't come into my awareness growing up. I was fascinated. I mean, yes, about gold and silver as a business, but also the way that they talked about currency. It was just a conversation that we just never had in our family. And I won't bore you guys with a long story about a military family, but in our family, you don't need mortgages. You have base housing that's provided. Your retirement plan's built in. And in many military families like ours, almost everyone serves. So we weren't taught really how money works because our parents didn't know, our aunts and uncles didn't know. We didn't have examples of entrepreneurs or people who understood what our presenter understands today in our family to help us show us also how to build businesses. So the idea that really brought together thinking differently to create new results with understanding currency in a new way was one idea that our presenter will touch on today, and that is the wisdom and value of multiple sources of income. A not-so-secret secret of the financially well-to-do and successful for a very, very long time. And probably MSIs was not a conversation that you had at your dinner table. Certainly wasn't one that we had at ours, let alone anything about currency. So here at Swiss Gold Global, and especially for the launch of 2.0, it's a unique combination of financial education, awareness, and an opportunity certainly for ourselves, or we wouldn't be here. Most certainly, and you'll see that very clearly when our presenter comes on. But what he's also going to share with you is the chance to share what you're learning, to add value to other people, to create the same opportunity for others that you're going to enjoy today, all while creating additional sources of income. So when this piece of silver, this thud, first hit my hand back in 2009, my life and awareness about precious metals versus cash, it all changed overnight. And then, well, they did it to me again. This time just a few weeks ago, we were in Florence, Italy, sitting down and having some of the most amazing food that I've had in my life. But I could spend the whole hour talking about that. I won't. But we were sitting there in this little cafe in Florence having a wonderful meal together, and I saw that same boyish yet kind of wise grin come across Bill Rowell's face, and I think it's one that you're probably going to see. And it's the face that he makes when he knows that he is really onto something and that he's going to share it with you. And we talked about this understanding of cryptocurrency and how this emerging currencies, how they create a brand new landscape, adding new layers of profit and possibility to those of us here in Swiss Gold Global 2.0, including you. So now the CEO and founder of Swiss Gold Global, he's been mentored by the wisest in the world when it comes to his understanding of currency, business, and achieving results in those areas. He's personally mentored me, people within my teams, and we're responsible for a lot of this beautiful precious metal that has me very secure today. He's gifted me with a level of financial security that I didn't have no matter how many investments that I had out there in the world, because they were all valued based on a standard currency. Well, I'm very, very proud to call him my friend, and his partner, Claudia Eifert, who's on the line, my friend as well. So without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and bring onto the line, introduce you all to my friend and somebody who will hopefully create those leaps in awareness within you as well, Mr. Bill Rowell. Welcome to the call, Bill. I can see you there.
Yeah, hi, Mark. It's great to be here. Thank you for hosting today's call. It seems like a month or a long, long, long time since we've seen each other in wonderful Florence, and you took delivery of more gold and silver.
I certainly did.
It is very, very true. We're living in changing times, very exciting times for those who are engaged in the right, in the right sector. And I believe what we're going to be delivering to you tonight is really going to excite the gold and silver bugs, but it's also going to excite the people who believe in the 21st century currency, cryptocurrency, bitcoins, etc. It's going to excite them as well. And I want to congratulate everyone for being here, because I know, we all have something in common. We are not different. We come from a bit of the same family. You're contrarian thinkers. You want more out of life. You want to have financial prosperity. You want to have more time freedom. It says here, the opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity. So I believe here, if you come here and you're a gold and silver person, you're a non-conformist. If you come here from the crypto world, you are a non-conformist. And Swiss Gold Global 2.0 is all about bringing the old economy, gold and silver, which has been around for 5,000 or 6,000 years, proven as a store of value, with cryptocurrency, of course the first being the Bitcoin, the blockchain, etc. We are not opposing forces. We are not opposing forces. We are one family. And Swiss Gold Global 2.0 is about merging this together. Merging the currency of the 21st century with something that you can trust. It's been trusted for 5,000 or 6,000 years. That's truly what Swiss Gold Global 2.0 is about. So I want to thank each and every one of you. There's people up in Australia, so it's 4 a.m. in the morning there or something, New Zealand, parts of Asia. I have the greatest gratitude for all of you for being here today and learning about what we're going to be bringing to the table. It says here, the desire of gold is not for gold, it's for the means of freedom and benefit. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I believe if Mr. Emerson was alive today, maybe he would even say that about cryptocurrency. So again, I think we are one family, and what we're going to synergize here with Swiss Gold Global 2.0 is going to be truly, truly exciting. A little bit of history about myself. I'm based in Zurich, Switzerland. I am not Swiss, I'm Australian. Been living in Zurich for the last 2 years. Prior to that, I lived in Frankfurt for nearly 10 years. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, raised on a dairy farm. Now, many of you people I can see on the call from many countries have known me for many, many, many years. But there's also people here tonight who may be seeing me for the very first time. So let me give you a little bit of history about Swiss Gold Global, where it started. Well, it really started, I must say, back in 2003. But before that, let me just back up a bit. From 1986 to 2005, I was actually a hotel operator. I owned and operated 4 hotels over 20 years. In 2003, 2004, I went to Zurich, Switzerland, and met some very interesting, fascinating, wonderful people who I call my friends, and they're also mentors and coaches. Mark said that I mentored him regarding gold and silver and wealth preservation. Well, it didn't come from me. I must say, when I met these people, bullion bankers, Philip Judge for nearly 20, he'd been a bullion banker for nearly 20 years, and Simon Heaps, I realized I knew nothing about money. I was making lots of cash flow. I was doing very well. I dealt with a lot of cash flow over 20 years. But when he asked me, what is money, you know what? I was caught out. I felt very naive. I knew it was a means of exchange. I knew it had to be a unit of account. But the characteristics of real money has to be much more than that. And we believe, what I've learned from Philip Judge and Simon, he's my good friends for many, many years now, is that the system that we live under today, if you study monetary history, is designed to transfer wealth away from the people back to the central banking system. And that's truly the purpose of gold, silver, and I would say cryptocurrency of the 21st century. I'm talking about decentralized cryptocurrency, the real deal, is to actually create liberty, create freedom in people's lives. So after my introduction into this particular world, in 2008, in collaboration with the bullion banker, we founded a company with the whole concept of providing gold, the money of kings, for ordinary people. I was actually, when I learned about how the monetary system actually operated and really imprisoned people, just kept them on the treadmill, on the hamster wheel in one sense, because it loses so much buying power in the next 10 years. In fact, this paper currency, whether it's Swiss francs, US dollars, euros, it's going to lose half of its buying power in the next 8 to 10 years, which creates a great sense of urgency that we need to double our income in that period of time just to stay ahead. But we also need to be able to preserve wealth. Gold and silver can do that, and I believe cryptocurrency liquidity has a huge role to play in that as well. You can see here, from 2009 I've been involved with the bullion bankers, but also I'm a licensed gold trader in Dubai myself. You can see my trading license there as well. When you go to the company, Swiss Gold Global page, click on the company, you'll see there's two companies there. You'll see a Swiss company and you'll see the Dubai company that's there, that I'm the directors of, founding directors of. And that really, Swiss Gold Global is the trading name behind those particular companies. Diversification, well, my good friend that I met back in 2003, he taught me about this. In fact, when I walked into the Grant Thornton accountant's office in Switzerland, he said to me, Bill, we as a company only invest in products from the earth. And this really awakened me. I knew these people knew something more, because at that time, it wasn't long after the dot-com boom. Now, for people on this call who may remember the dot-com boom, it was followed very shortly after by the dot-com bust. And most of those companies, 90% plus of them, had no intrinsic value whatsoever. So when there was just no buyers to buy the shares. So I still hold those shares today with absolutely zero value. So diversification is the key. And Swiss Gold Global 2.0 was all about diversification. It says here, did you ever have your grandmother tell you not to put all your eggs in the one basket? Well, turns out she was right. Well, bridging the gap between precious metals with a long history of security and wealth preservation, I believe the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency world is going to be very, very exciting, because none of us have a crystal ball. We can only look at history, and based on history, we may be able to predict what's happening into the future. It says here, we can see here, of course, and many of you are familiar with this. If you're a Bitcoin person or a crypto person, you might be looking at gold and silver. Well, governments can confiscate it, governments can do that, and based on history, and maybe they're going to do it in the future. So therefore, maybe gold people need to maybe have some Bitcoin on the other side. On the other side of the coin, of course, we see here, historically, governments turn off the internet, which could also stop the flow in times of urgency and times of need to maybe able to liquidate or cash in a cryptocurrency at a time of great need. So the point is diversification. The point is bringing the family together so that you have flexibility, you have liquidity. And that's really the whole point of Swiss Gold Global. When I started thinking about this, because I missed the boat on Bitcoin when it first came out. I like to touch wealth, whether it's real estate. In fact, when I first met the bullion banker, Philip, in Zurich all those years ago, I was investing into an international energy fund. Well, he invited me to fly over to the United States, and I actually went there with him and Simon, walked across the oil and gas mines, saw the oil spurting out of the ground, the gas, saw those funny looking pumps that work 24/7, really building a residual income non-stop. So when the crypto world came in, you know what? I was a bit closed off. Being a gold person, precious metal person, I was closed off a bit to the crypto environment. But you know what? I was wrong. They each have their contribution to bring to wealth preservation and wealth creation. So I started looking. I made a decision. Okay, we are as a company, Bitcoin, a remarkable thing with the transparency and blockchain. I wanted to actually partner up with a company. When I say partner up, a strategic partner providing services to us. But there's so much on the internet today, who is real and who is not real. So we did a lot of research, a lot of market research, and in the end I had the pleasure of going to Munich, where I met one of the co-founders of Genesis Mining. Now, I'm going to introduce Jakov shortly to the call. I'm sure he's going to give us a bit of history of how it all started. But I must say, I met the founders, Jakov and Marco Streng and Marco Krohn. Wonderful men, transparent, huge vision, huge purpose. They understand gold as well. They come from an environment where they understand gold. They also understand where the world's going and the importance of having the cryptocurrency as well. So we met in Zurich. We spoke about things, spoke about our vision as a company being gold and silver and being licensed gold trader as well, and what they wanted to provide. So I thought this is a beautiful thing to bring to our people, to be able to bring Bitcoin mining. This is phase one, mind you. We've got lots and lots of things to bring you, but this is phase one, to bring Genesis Mining and their mining packages of Bitcoin to the table, because what you're going to see shortly is the effect it's going to have on your gold and silver savings. It's a bit like getting a dividend payment on your gold and silver savings, and I'll touch on that when we get to that point. But without further ado, it's going to be my great pleasure to introduce Jakov Dolic, who was an engineer, ran his own building company in Munich, Germany for many, many, many years, but now is a global entrepreneur and really owns the largest crypto mining farms in the world, and maybe he wants to share the size of that, etc., when he comes onto the call. So let me just check that he is there and see if we can unmute him right now. So just bear with me one moment, please. Okay, a little bit of scroll down a lot here. Just bear with me.
All right, I think that Bill is getting the audio set up right now. We can't hear him now, but I know he's working on connecting Jakov.
Thank you, Mark. Well, I believe we have Jakov with us now. Oh, no, we haven't. One moment. I've unmuted the wrong person. 1 second there. Jakov, can you hear us?
Hello, good evening, Bill. Can you hear me?
I can, Jakov. We hear you very clearly, and thank you for taking the time to join us. Maybe you could tell us where you are, and we can get started. But welcome to the call, joining us in this exciting time of bringing Genesis Mining products, global products, to the Swiss Gold Global Company.
Oh, thank you, Bill, for the short introduction. I am currently in Munich, Bavaria. Normally, I travel a lot around the globe the last couple of years, but today and the next 2 days I will be in Munich to meet my partners and to discuss some stuff. But let's have a look how all this stuff started. I think the people are maybe interested why some guy, some civil engineer who had a construction company in Germany, a successful one, why he was interested in cryptocurrency.
Yes, I believe so. I was very interested when I met you, Jakov, so please share your story.
So basically, of course, I was a civil engineer. I'm still a civil engineer, and but I was interested for years in money, in the term money, what money is, who produces money, who has the right to produce money, and why does this entity or person have the right. And the more I learned about money, the more question marks I had, and basically from my point of view, the system what we have currently and what the people are accepting is to be honest, is pure fraud. So then one of my cousins came along and said there is a crazy thing, it's called Bitcoin. It doesn't belong to any entity, to any country. No single person can control it. It has a limited supply. In these terms, it's even better than gold. And it is the first digital thing that cannot be copied. And in this moment, when he told me these things, I said, crazy. This is basically a solution, a potential solution to all these question marks, or answers to all these question marks what I had collected a couple of years ago. And I was some kind of obsessed, and I wanted to buy these bitcoins immediately, and as much as possible. And I searched where I could buy it. And one of the platforms where what I found was Local Bitcoins at this time. It was 2012. And I searched for people. Local Bitcoins is a platform where you can find people who are willing to sell your Bitcoins for cash. You make an appointment in real life, you meet each other and exchange cash for Bitcoin. It's basically very simple. And all the dealers, let's say like dealers or all distributors of Bitcoin are listed and have notes and have ratings. And one of my current partners, Marco Krohn, sold me the first Bitcoins that I ever got. And when I met Marco over Local Bitcoins the first time, it was a very strange feeling. It was in the night, it was cold. We met on a public place and we exchanged cash for Bitcoin. It had some kind of strange feeling, of shady feeling, even if it was nothing criminal behind it, but it's some kind of strange. And then this Marco Krohn, this person that I met, I asked him, what are you doing basically in your life besides selling Bitcoins? And he told me he is a financial mathematics at the UniCredit Group in Munich. Oh, and then in this moment when he told me this, I was even more interested. Why is such a person who is really into the fiat world and knows how the systems work, why is he into Bitcoin? And that's how it started.
It's very interesting story. And tell me, and of course, Marco, what you're basically saying is he was a banker.
Yes, he's a banker. He's not just a banker, he's a financial mathematician. He developed at this time these financial models, mathematical models for the financial system that people are using currently. And we exchanged a lot of information. He gave me so much input. And my interest was even more triggered than before. And then we thought about what could we do, how could we profit from this Bitcoin world. We had a feeling that we could do something together, and we wanted to do it. And in the first time, I only bought Bitcoin from him, and as I was still in the construction business, I had a lot of partners from this field, and I was some kind of funny person in the group with the Bitcoins in the pocket. And every time when we met, they asked me, hey, how are your Bitcoins? What is the price today? And the funny thing is, at this time, the Bitcoin price was rising rapidly, and basically every time when we met, it was in a period of 7 days or 1 week, the price doubled at this time. And every time when we met, they asked, oh, how are your Bitcoins? And I said, oh, great, the price doubled. And after a couple of times or a couple of weeks, they said, oh, it's not funny anymore. Could you please take my money also and buy me some of these Bitcoins?
But I'm nearly crying. I don't find it funny either, Jakov. So in 2012, what was the price actually? Just a bit of history to the people here.
Yeah, it was fluctuating between $2 and $10 basically.
Wow. So, and what is it today, Jakov?
I think it's around $630 currently.
Wow. Okay. That is a great story. So how did you move forward from there? You're with Marco Krohn, who is a financial mathematician, structures systems for banks. How did yourself and how did Marco Streng, your CEO, become involved?
Yeah, basically Marco Streng at this time was a student, also a mathematician, and he was basically the second biggest Bitcoin seller in the Munich area. So, and I bought also from him a couple of Bitcoins, and we started trading together, we three, and we figured out we are a very good team. And but basically, in one point in time, all this Bitcoin buying and selling was not satisfying anymore for us, and especially as a lot of people and a lot of news was in the media around, regarding criminal activities with Bitcoins and so on. We said, okay, let's get rid of this shady image. Let's try to make a real and solid business inside this crypto space. And at this time, this was already 2013. At this time, a second cryptocurrency beside Bitcoin, called Litecoin, was on the move, was starting, and it was very profitable to be in this space to produce this computational power of this Litecoin. Just a comparison, in the time when Bitcoin went from $100 to $1,000, so it's times 10, Litecoin went from $1 to $50, 50 times. It was immense. So the profits were so immense that ROI was made within 1 month. And we decided to build as much as possible of these computers that calculate Litecoin. And that's what we did. We bought basically all available graphic cards in Germany, really all. There have no GPUs, no graphic cards available anymore in Germany. We even imported some from the United States and brought this all this hardware to Bosnia. This is my home country, basically, where I'm from, because there is the cheapest electricity in Europe, and I had some connections, of course. And we brought all this hardware and we built the first mining farm, this data center basically, up with our own hands. And it was a pure pleasure and adventure for us at this time. And it was so successful, and we had so much fun with this that people around us who were visiting us regularly asked, what are you guys doing with all these computers? And we said, we were joking on the one hand, but it was some kind of truth also. We said always, we are producing and printing money here. And these guys didn't believe us, and they came a couple of times and asked every time, what are you guys really doing with all this hardware? This is immense stuff what you have here. And he said, really? We are producing and printing money. And in one point of time, one of these guys asked us, would you please also take my money and invest in this kind of stuff what you are doing? And we did it. And then the idea basically was born that a platform could be needed, or that there would be a market for a platform where people can rent calculation power, hash power. And this was basically the idea, the starting point of the idea for Genesis Mining. Genesis Mining today, after 3 years, so the Genesis Mining was born in 2014, and in January, February, and the idea of it, and we started basically with 3 partners that built our own farms in the beginnings ourselves with our own hands, and it rapidly grew. And now we are, within 3 years, we developed the company to basically a global player. We have over 150 employees around the world. We have approximately 400,000 customers using our services, and it grew bigger. Nobody of us had ever expected that this thing could grow that big. And that's the position where we are now.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you for the position that you're in, your initiative of yourself and Marco. I mean, you're truly pioneers in the industry. You're the largest, probably the largest mining and oldest existing mining farm in the world, Jakov. And what I really liked about you guys is that you're transparent too. I mean, when we did our due diligence, there's many people saying they have mining farms, that they wouldn't show pictures, they wouldn't give the address and things like that. So, I mean, again, it comes back to the integrity and the authenticity of the people behind the actual company. And I must say, myself, I'm very, very impressed and proud to be associated with your company. So tell me, whereabouts are your mining farms, if you, please, Jakov? And I know that you just recently opened up China. Is that correct?
I didn't get your last question, Bill.
I believe, whereabouts are the mining farms globally positioned? And of course, I suppose they're determined by the cost of electricity. And the second question was, I believe that you just opened up in China too. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. At first, locations of our mining farms, we have mining farms or data centers worldwide, almost on any continent. So we have a lot of data centers in Iceland. We have in Eastern Europe, in Bosnia, some data centers. We have in North America data centers. In South America, we have data centers, and also in China. And we have so many people approaching us that we cannot handle it anymore. It is so crazy in this time because people worldwide feel that the current system is some kind of strange. They don't. Nobody knows exactly why, but all people approaching us have the same feeling, and maybe they are not wrong. And the worse the current system gets, the more people are approaching us. And currently, believe me, it is absolutely crazy what is going on. Alone yesterday, we have launched a cryptocurrency coin called the Zcash. It is similar to Bitcoin also, and it's a new product, and it is really brutal. 1,000 people, new customers, signed up only yesterday, so for our service, and we are fighting on all sides to improve our service and to keep it running.
Yes, well, I think the people's feeling is absolutely correct. I mean, if you look at monetary history, I mean, they say relatively, monetary system changes every 40 years. Well, the last change was really 1971, when gold was really removed from the US dollar. And people see what's happening to the paper currencies. If you do the shopping, if you pay the bills, you just know your dollars, your euros, your whatever currency you may have is just buying less and less and less. So I think the demand here is going to continually increase, and it's great that people need to look outside the box. Because if you follow the traditional institutions, history has proven that they may let you down. We're going to go back to 2008. Some of the biggest names in the financial sector are no longer here with us here with us today. Tell me, Jakov, you spoke about the alternative coins. You launched a coin yesterday. We're starting off in phase 1 with you, offering our members Bitcoin mining. So tell me, why Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is really the first cryptocurrency that the world had ever seen. Bitcoin has really advantages in terms of security. It has by far the strongest network worldwide. This means the power of the network of the computers that are connected to the Bitcoin network secure all transactions, secure all holdings, all Bitcoins. And just for comparison, the second cryptocurrency has, I think, it is a tenth of the security of Bitcoin currently, just for comparisons. So Bitcoin has a first mover advantage. It is widely spread. It is accepted in a lot of places. You can buy at Microsoft in the web shop. You can buy games with it. You can pay in a lot of online shops with Bitcoin directly. There are a lot of debit cards. You can load it with Bitcoin, use Bitcoin in the real world without knowing the others that you are paying basically with Bitcoin. It is pretty widespread because Bitcoin came to the world in 2009, and now we have 7 years since then, and a lot of things happened. And there are more and more users every day, more and more merchants accepting Bitcoin every day, and the network security and the improvements of the Bitcoin protocol are also better day by day. And in the next couple of months, There are big improvements on the Bitcoin protocol. This is an open source protocol, and it will allow Bitcoin to scale much further, much faster than up to now. And this is why Bitcoin is my favorite.
It's you made some great points there. One is that it actually has, other than 7 years, it's not 5,000 years like gold and silver, but it has 7 years of strong history, and of course the power that's been generated and the developments has been significant. But you made a very important point, is that the merchants, it's freely accepted, by Microsoft and the biggest names around the world. What always surprises me when I was doing my research into this particular industry, the number of so-called coins or things that are available in the market that these companies don't even accept their own coins. It always makes me smile a bit, but people have to do their due diligence to verify what they're getting themselves involved to. So being transparent, having a decentralized blockchain system means that and it's a transparent system. We heard Mark, who opened the call up, he took delivery of his physical gold and silver. All these things are great for risk management. That you're involved with something that's truly real. The one question that came to mind, Jakov, is that you said you got involved in 2012. The prices ranging from $2 to $10. My hair's going grey just thinking about it. Today it's $6.30. It went up to $1,200 or $1,000. The people on this call who are gold people, silver people, precious metal people who love to hold on to the stuff, hold on to the stuff and it's tangible. They might say, oh, it's all over with Bitcoin on pricing and where it's trending. What do you say to these people?
From my point of view, and as I see it, and I'm since 2012 in this crypto scene, and I always say to people when they're asking, is it over? Is this a maximum? And I have always the same answer, and it even didn't start. So it even didn't start, and this is reality. One comparison, you have to know that Bitcoin is absolutely limited from the amount that can be produced. There is an upper limit, a maximum of 21 million Bitcoins that will be ever created. And this is mathematically proven and nobody can change it. And if you would take the value of the gold worldwide, what is available, and what is traded, and would transform the value, the US dollar value, into the full 21 million Bitcoins that are not in existence right now. We have approximately 16.5 or 16.7 million Bitcoins in existence. But let's say there are 21 million Bitcoins in existence, and let's take the US dollar value of the gold reserves of the earth and transform it into the Bitcoin. One Bitcoin should have a value of 1 million US dollar. So this is just one comparison. We are not talking about that Bitcoin is taking over some currency in the world. We are just talking about gold and the value of gold in US dollars put in 21 million Bitcoins. One Bitcoin, $1 million. So we are now at $630, and this is far away from $1 million, I would say.
Yes, it's a great example, and of course it's still in its infancy. I mean, it's been a very exciting sector for the last 7 years, and I agree with you. I mean, if you go back to the internet, which is 30 years ago, I missed that sector as well. I'm surely not going to miss this particular cycle. It's in its infancy, so where it can be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's only truly exciting as governments around the world, even banks around the world, adopt the applications of the blockchain and the services and as a payment means, as it becomes more users. I'm talking about in the real cryptocurrency, open source blockchain. I believe also that the demand is going to increase, and therefore the price will also, and blending the two together, gold, silver, and of course Bitcoin and the alternative coins, which we'll bring to in phase 2, is going to be an exciting thing. So what's the vision of Genesis Mining? I know when I was there in Munich with you, yourself, and of course Marco, let out some things where you're trending. I don't know how much you can say now, but I know you have a lot on the table, and you've got a big vision in the future. Maybe you'd like to share where the company is moving.
Yes, we have really a large amount of projects around us, One of, beside Genesis Mining, so we are building data centers, we are selling them, we are renting them. This is one piece of our business and one part. But we are in parallel developing software for trading, software for handling a lot of financial instruments in the crypto world. And what we are also doing, for example, is we are in the making of the establishing of an e-money institute regulated in Europe, in England, and this will be done in the next couple of months. And with this, we can connect the classic old fiat world with the new cryptocurrency world, and this is pretty exciting because we can do it in a very regulated and secure way.
It's a very exciting, and again, I congratulate all of you, your team, and your team around the world, 150 of you, for what you've achieved so far. And we're so grateful that we're, Swiss Gold Global has really engaged with with the service of Genesis Mining. I just think it's a great company to do with. And so what I'm going to do now, Jakov, you're going to stay on the call for the next 20 minutes, are you?
Yes, I will listen to you.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move into, of course, Swiss Gold Global 2.0 and share with our members around the world who have been with us for a very long time how this is going to benefit them. What does it mean to you as a Swiss Gold Global member now, and how you can benefit in the future. But the primary purpose of Swiss Gold Global is really to be an exchange, a cryptocurrency exchange. You can exchange your cryptocurrency into physical gold and silver, so it's diversification. You've got Bitcoin lifetime mining available through the biggest provider in the world, Genesis Mining. We are able to generate affiliate revenue, which is great. That means you're going to get paid to save in gold and silver. You're going to get paid to save in crypto mining. You'll see very clearly shortly that you increase your Bitcoin mining power. You're going to increase your daily payout, your daily return on investment. You heard Jakov say that his return on their investment, which was significant, not talking a few $1,000s here, we're talking mega dollars here, he got the return on investment in 1 month. So we think this is a very exciting thing to bring to our members as well. And of course we have the Swiss Gold Global Academy. I'm not going to speak much about that today, but many of you are familiar. Mark addressed that actually. We have the programs from Bob Proctor, of course, from the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Many other mentors and coaches have been supporting us for many, many years with our purpose and vision of what we actually do. Well, let's just go through the new packages that our members are going to have. First of all, you have the free account. You can get started with Swiss Gold Global, as you can now, with a free account. What does it mean to you? Well, you can buy your gold and silver at wholesale price. You can take physical delivery, where you can convert your grams into a physical product. There is a fee for that. Then you can take physical delivery. You can buy Bitcoin lifetime mining at the list price that Genesis sells it on our platform. The return on investment is going to be paid daily, depending on the size of your contract. And of course, you receive the Swiss Gold Global 2.0 customer account. Now, if you're an affiliate, you're going to be able to generate commissions. And of course, the whole purpose of generating commissions is that you can convert that through our Easy Wallet system to be paid out into your own account to pay bills, etc. You can convert that to more gold and silver, build up your wealth preservation. You can also convert it to more mining power, but you're going to get 1% paid on the precious metal order paid out in commission. You're also going to be able to get 5%. Whatever the Bitcoin lifetime mining contract price is that someone buys on our system, it's going to be on our platform, you as the affiliate is going to get 5% return on that, which is quite significant. It means that you can compound your gigahash power. You compound that, you're actually compounding your daily income. The next package now that is available, will be available, is our silver package. Now that's currently it's $199. It will be going to $249 one-time payment, and then $50 per month. You're going to receive the gold silver crypto exchange system that will come out at the end of this month. You'll be able to buy your gold and silver at 2.97% above the market spot. You receive $50 in silver, Argo Horizon certified silver, straight into your saver account. That's your silver. You can sell back the next day. You can do what you like with it. It's your physical silver. You're building true wealth. You're also receiving a Bitcoin lifetime mining contract of 200 gigahash, and it's paid daily. Now I want to touch on this point a little bit because I think this is really exciting. Just on even just a small gigahash, 200 gigahash mining contract paying daily, based on a Bitcoin price, let's say around $600. At the moment it's around $630 presently. It's going to give you a 4% return compared to your monthly cost. Now your monthly cost is $50. The return you're going to receive from that gigahash power is going to give you about a 4% return. So in one sense, you're going to get a return on your silver that you're saving every month as well. If you took out the silver from the equation, the real cost is only $37 a month. That would actually increase your rate of return as well. So as you introduce people to come into of course, Swiss Gold Global, you're also not just getting paid your as you can see, the affiliate payout. For the 249 package, you get paid $70 into your Easy Wallet, which you can convert to gold, silver, or more crypto mining. You're also going to be paid 50 gigahash Bitcoin lifetime mining contract from Genesis. So the more people you enroll, the more cash you earn, the more gigahash power you're going to be able to put into your system to increase that rate of return on your particular package. So these are really the starting packages. I find this very, very, very exciting because people often say, who are not gold and silver people, the trouble with gold and the trouble with silver is you buy it and you put it down somewhere, and gold, and it doesn't do anything, it just sits there, there's no return on it. Well, I must say, if I put these Swiss francs or euros, US dollars under my bed, there's no return on that either. There's no interest bearing on that. In fact, it's deteriorating, not just in its form, but also what it buys. As I said, it's going to buy less than half of what it will the next 8 to 10 years. So having been able to plug in a concept, a module from Genesis into our system to be able to give you a rate of return on your monthly cost of $50, you're actually getting a return, like a dividend, actually on your silver. That is very, very, very key. Now let's go to the annual packages. Now the annual packages, you just pay the fee one time, and then you have to renew it, but the renewal will not be, it'll be less than what that fee is there. But the first premium package is what we call the gold package. It's $797. Primarily it's an annualized basic silver program of $50 per month. But you're getting get everything that the last program actually gives you, but you're actually getting $150 of that's going to be in silver, straight into your account, which you own, which you can sell back, which you can convert and physically ship to you, as Mark does on the call here. You're going to get a contract, a Bitcoin lifetime mining contract that's going to mine every day 24/7 for you, residual income of 500 gigahash. Now that in itself is going to give you about a 5% return, as long as Bitcoin's over $600, and basing it on those numbers, it's going to give you about a 5% return on your $797, a 5% return on your capital investment of $797, which includes $150 in gold and silver. So it's like you're getting a 5% return on your gold and silver and your complete package. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm very excited about that I'm getting return on my gold and silver. And of course, the lifetime packages are valid, of course, as long as the mining contracts are profitable. And what I mean by that, let's look at the precious metals sector. Gold, depending on the strength and weakness of the US dollar, it goes up and down in pricing, doesn't it? Well, there's periods in history where it costs more money to get the precious metals, remove it from the Earth's crust, than what it does to actually sell it. So what happens is the mines shut down. They don't mine for gold and silver anymore. They lay off all the workers because the companies have to pay out significant amounts of money to keep these physical mines alive until, of course, the price gets up above the break-even point. Then, of course, they get back into activity, as we're seeing right now, and the gold mines are kicking, silver mines are kicking into gear, and away they go, going, well, really, Bitcoin mining is really no different. And I see this as a very, very exciting concept. Now, as an affiliate, you're going to receive $145 in commissions from that $797. So if Mark was referred me, he's going to get $145 paid out in US dollars to him to his Easy Wallet account. He can use that to pay for gold and silver. He can use that to buy extra, of course, mining contracts to again compound his return on his investment. He's going to get also another 100 gigahash in Bitcoin lifetime mining, which is really important. Plus he gets the benefits whenever people buy Bitcoin mining, his customers, or precious metals, he's going to get also a return on that. The next package we have is the Ambassador package. That's a $3,000 package. You get everything that the other packages offer, except you're now getting $800 worth of Swiss certified Argo Horizon produced and certified gold and silver. On top of that, you're getting a 5,000 gigahash of Bitcoin mining. Now you're starting to generate some power. Now you're starting to get up there. That's going to give you just the return on that based on a Bitcoin price of $600. It's around $630 now, $635. It's going to give you a 25% return on your investment of $3,000, which includes $800 in gold or silver. So now it's like getting, again, I want to emphasize this point, you're now generating cash flow on a daily basis, which is paid through a decentralized system into your wallet. You own it, it's your money, and it's a return on your gold and silver as well. So I think a 25% on a $3,000 investment, what are banks giving now? Pretty much negative zero rates, interest rates around the world, Japan, parts of Europe, North America. I mean, I think it was actually it was my CTO, Madeline. I must actually congratulate him for the work that he's been doing, working tirelessly. He was talking about in Bucharest, in Romania, how there was an article there that the bank's going to pay them less than 1%. If you give money to the bank, like a term deposit, they're going to pay you less than 1% interest on that. In some parts of the world, I think you've actually got to pay the bank to actually hold on to your money. So I can understand why people are rushing to Jakov and of course his team to have alternative means of diversification. The same as many people are rushing to the gold and silver platform as well. So what do you get as an affiliate for signing up and introducing someone to a $3,000 ambassador package? Well, you're going to get $390 paid out in commissions. You're going to get 1,000 gigahash in Bitcoin mining. That in itself has a contract value of $150. So again, you're going to earn cash flow, convert it to gold and silver. You can buy, you can convert it to even more, of course, Bitcoin mining through our platform, our crypto module. But also, you're also going to be receiving commissions from customers as well. So it's compounding. It's all about compounding your return, and this is what we're excited about. This. Let me just move this panel away so I can't see the screen there. You'll see down the bottom also, it says here for the 3,000. Actually, I'll touch this when I touch on the 5,000 platinum package. I'll touch on these particular points at the bottom when I actually get there. On the 5,000 platinum package, you're actually receiving $1,200 in physical gold and silver credited to your saver account. You can sell back the next day. You can keep adding other saving programs to that, increasing it if you like. And there's no monthly payment with these particular packages. You're also going to receive the largest package that Genesis Mining currently has in contract mining, which is 15,000 gigahash in Bitcoin mining. That's going to give you a return on your investment based on a Bitcoin price of 600 of 28%. So you're going to get a 28% return on your $5,000. That's a 28% return on your gold and silver of $1,200. That's very, very exciting. Of course, there's no sellback fees for our members as well. You get Swiss or Dubai storage, LBMA storage, you get physical delivery, and of course we have our premium education programs. What are you going to get paid when you introduce someone to one of these programs? You're going to get $590 US credited to your e-wallet. You're going to receive 3,000, and then he said 300,000. You're going to receive 3,000 gigahash Bitcoin lifetime mining contracts. That has a value in itself of $450. So again, straight away you're going to be able to compound your gigahash mining power, compound your return on the investment, and also get paid cash as well. Now you'll see in these two packages, the 3K Ambassador and the 5K Ambassador, you'll see also that when you buy these packages, you're going to be able to qualify for the 2% Ambassador Leadership bonus. It means you'll get paid 2% override on your complete organization's volume, bonus volume, of 2% to all your non-ambassador legs. You'll also be able to qualify for the Ambassador Matching Bonus, and you'll be able to, of course, qualify for the global bonus pool as well. So these are the packages that we're going to be launching with in phase 1. I find them very, very exciting. Our feedback from our marketplace has been very, very exciting. Is that Jakov or Mark I can hear there? That's okay. The other thing I wanted to mention is on these particular packages for our rank advancements, because we're a gold company, well, people want to have gold. So for the top rank, you're going to be able to get a Rolex. And incidentally, the refinery that we actually deal with, Argo Horizon, I was only down there 3 or 4 weeks ago, they've been for many, 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 many years the actual manufacturer of Rolex and Philippe Patek watches. They do the gold bands, the platinum bands, and also the watch faces. So as the highest rank, you'll be able to lace yourself with a nice Rolex. We'll also have gold-plated, 24 gold-plated tablets and 24 gold-plated iPhones or Samsung smartphones available as part of our prizes as well as you achieve up the ranks, and to reward you for the efforts of trading your time in sharing the concept of Swiss Gold Global 2.0. So we're very, very excited about all that too. We'll have golden portraits available for the ranks as well, which we'll actually show you images of those a little bit further after we actually launch. So how are you going to get paid? What's our payment system? Well, we have multiple ways right now, and we're increasing them all the time. You'll be able to, with the new crypto exchange, of course, you'll be able to get paid in Bitcoin and also the alternative coins as well into a liquid platform. We're going to be able to interface with Zappo. Now, I know Jakov and the team have very exciting things for next year, so we hope to be launching some things with them as well. But right now, you'll be able to register for your own Zappo card as you're developing and building up your inventory of wealth in Bitcoins. And you can shop on this prepaid card, and what the system actually does, it debits your Bitcoin account if you're having a meal. In fact, when I was having lunch with Marco and with Jakov and with Madeline, our CTO, in Munich, they actually paid with this particular card. It debited instantly their Bitcoin account. So this is actually a very exciting thing. This is available for you now to be able to register and actually to do that. We do wire transfers, of course, depending on the amount of transfer. That can be a costly way of doing it. We have PayPal, so if you have Visa, MasterCard, American Express connected, or bank account connected to your PayPal account, we can pay you that way as we're doing now. We also have Pazer. We have people, in fact, we paid some people in Nigeria only last week through our Pazer account. And Pazer also, I think they deal with about 200 countries around the world, 190 to 200 countries. They also have their own prepaid card, which you can order directly in your account once you open it, and we can get those funds transferred from your Easy Wallet directly onto your Pazer account, so you're liquid. It's all about liquidity, flexibility, and the cryptocurrency certainly is an important part of that, and it's the same as, of course, having your commissions converted through different means. But these are just the basic applications we have now available, but we are increasing them all the time as we move forward. So what's Swiss Gold Global 2.0? It's diversification in the physical gold and silver and bridging the money of the 21st century digital currency. Yes, I think it's a beautiful blend. It's a beautiful match. Something from the new, blending something that's been around for a very, very long time. We're also going to be launching in the near future, in November, platinum. We'll have 99.5 platinum for the more investing type, long-term, because platinum is an industrial metal, never really been used as money, but as an industrial metal, but also something, if you understand, if you like to invest, to own some platinum, will have all the benefits of what our gold and silver program actually has now. It'll be very, very liquid, but some people may have interest in that as well. We'll also be able to physically ship that to you. You have global liquidity, you'll be able to build and preserve wealth. You'll be able to pay to save in gold, silver, of course, Bitcoin and the alternative coins. The trend, you are in the right trend. If you look at central banks, what they're doing around the world, the European Central Bank, the Federal Reserve, the Japanese Central Bank, of course the People's Republic of China Bank, they're printing money. They're printing. And as Jakov correctly touched on, what happens there? It's a transfer of wealth. It's a transfer of wealth away from you back to the central system. So with cryptocurrency, you have the ability, with real cryptocurrencies, you have the ability to protect yourself there, and of course, gold and silver has been doing that for 5,000 years. Strategic partners, very, very, very key. We're very choosy who we actually partner with. Argo Horias is only 5 refineries in the world which are London Bullion Market accredited to be a referee refinery, meaning that they actually certify other producers. Well, I'm very proud and grateful that they are our partners. When I say partners, they're our producer and supplier and certifier of our products, which we ship to you and store on your behalf with them. It's your choice how you like to actually have that. We also produce our own private collectibles. That's what Mark took delivery of. He showed you the King David. We have a 3-ounce beautiful King David pure silver collectible. We also have other biblical collectibles of the story of Joseph, of Moses as well, and we could do others. Others will be also coming as we do more, as we do move forward. So we're very, very pleased that Genesis Mining has joined the names of Argo Horias and Loomis, which is also a London Bullion Market accredited storage facility of precious metals around the world. We deal with them in Zurich and we deal with them in Dubai, that they're going to be joining on the same level as them, as we class them as one of our strategic partners. So thank you, Jacob, for that. So what's great about this, you get daily payouts. And what's really key about this for people on this course is, I don't like this MLM model, I don't like this network marketing thing, I'm not so good at selling. Well, guess what? No recruitment required. Even if you bought one of these packages, you did not recruit any person, you're going to get paid. And you're going to get paid a good return. Of course, the returns are all based on market fluctuations, the strength of the US dollar, many, many things it can vary upon. So what is the risk? Well, you have physical gold and silver. You have something tangible. You have real wealth, real company, companies that are transparent. Jakov and Genesis Mining and Marco, they're very, very transparent in their operation. I've been there. You have a decentralized open source cryptocurrency. You have a 14-day refund policy. So what's really the risk? Well, I'm just reading about Deutsche Bank, Germany's largest bank, and I was looking at this particular graph. What is the risk for people there? To me, it's a huge risk. I mean, Lehman Brothers was a household name. Where are they today? I'm not saying Deutsche Bank's going there, but the person who wrote this particular article about it was actually doing a comparison, overlaying the stock chart compared to Lehman Brothers when it was in its crisis in 2008. It's pretty alarming. It's going down, it's not going up. So there's risk in all things, but what is really the risk with our program? You can get started with a free account. You can get started from $249 and $50 a month, which $13 of that is actually physical silver, and you're getting mining power straight away. Or, up to yourself, you can buy also the larger packages, or you can also upgrade at any time that you actually want. So in today's world, I think the biggest risk is sitting on your hands and doing nothing. That's what I primarily believe. So Mark, what I'm going to touch on now is what's in it for the members today. What's in it for our past members who have been here for many years? What's in it for our members who are going to join now and the actual launch? Well, I'm pleased to say that if you join up now, you're going to get a 10% cash rebate paid to your e-wallet. It must be purchased on the Swiss Gold Global crypto module. Now, this is not launching until the end of this particular month. So how this is going to work, anyone who's a current member now, anyone that joins in with the current packages now to Swiss Gold Global, and then when we go live, we offer, of course, our crypto modules. They buy a product then, we're going to give you a 10% rebate. We're going to pay this ourselves as gratitude for supporting us and being with us for a very, very long time. So as an example, if you, when we launched the new system and you bought the basic 200 gigahash mining power, it's going to cost $30. This is the list price of what Genesis Mining sell it for. You have to buy this in our module though, in the back office, in your crypto module of Swiss Gold Global. When we go live, you'll buy it there. You're going to get a 10% rebate, which is $3. If you buy the 2,500 gigahash package, you're going to get 10% on that, which is $35. And if you buy the largest package of crypto mining, which is $1,950, you're going to get $195 rebate, which of course, into your Easy Wallet, you can get paid straight out to your own particular payment system, to your account. You can convert it to physical gold and silver, or you can compound your mining power by buying more of Genesis Bitcoin lifetime mining packages. So that's really our gratitude for you. But this is only valid between now and when we launch at the end of this particular month. You're also going to receive, if you do it now, before we launch, you're picking up a 20% discount on your package, because at the moment it's $199.50 a month. Okay, so that's a 20% discount on what the new price will be, $249. You still get your silver in your account today, but of course when we do go live, when you go upgrade to buy your mining packages, you're going to get that 10% rebate paid directly into your wallet. Now it also says down here, because we have many people from many parts of the world, does it show it there? It doesn't show on my page. Clearly, I don't know whether you can see it. I just want to mention also, there's our current, to pay us, to get in the door, you can use bank wire, you can also use credit card, of course, Visa card and MasterCard, but also you can use Payza as well. But with credit cards, for some countries, or prepaid cards, it's important that you make sure that your cards are authorized for international transactions. We're not a US company, we're based in Switzerland. I also operate out of Dubai, so many of the people in the US or different parts of the world, sometimes the cards are blocked for international transactions, so it's just important to actually do that. But again, this is what we're actually bringing to you, and this is the benefits you're going to get if you sign up now before we launch at the end of this particular month. Now, like all things, I'm going to make a disclaimer, and I'm going to read this disclaimer out, because we as a gold and silver company, a company that's been around since 2008, we like to be transparent as well. We want you to be responsible in your decision-making process. If you can't afford a $5,000 package, don't load it up on your credit card, put yourself into the debt to do that. Start off with a basic package, if you like. It's flexibility, so be smart in how you actually get involved with us. Swiss Gold Global and associated companies, directors and independent affiliates do not provide investment or financial advice. This material has been prepared for informational and educational purposes only, and is not intended to provide and should not be relied on for investment advice. There is no guarantee that you will earn any money using the techniques and ideas. These materials are not to be interpreted as a promise or guarantee of earnings. Earnings potential is entirely dependent on the person using our program. The effects of financial market conditions, USD, precious metals, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency strength or weakness in the market, of course, all affect the outcome. Just like you bought Deutsche Bank shares a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, where are they today? Just have that understanding. There is risk associated with things, so you have to think about that before you actually enter. Bitcoin lifetime mining contracts is valid as long as a contract is profitable. The same as a gold mine or a silver mine will be open for operation as long as it costs, as long as there's a profit in them to do it and to pay all their expenses. Your level of success in attaining your results, actually what's to say, we do not purport this as a get-rich scheme, although I know many people can make some good quick cash flow on this with the bonuses that we do pay. Your level of success in attaining the results claimed in our materials depends on the time you devote to the program, ideas and techniques mentioned, your finances, knowledge and various skills. Since these factors differ according to individuals, we cannot guarantee your success or outcome as a result of this, your income from this. So I want to be very transparent about that. I think that's very, very important. I think it's important that our affiliates around the world are also responsible in how they actually share the message of Swiss Gold Global as well. But before we finish up the call, we're having these calls probably next week as well and the week after, touching on Swiss Gold Global 2.0. I just want to see if Jakov's available again for the call. Are you there, Jakov? I know I've gone over time a bit, so I do apologise for that. Jakov, can you hear us?
I think you can hear me now.
I can hear you now, Jakov.
Great.
Now, we're coming to the end of this first presentation, just the introduction to your great company and what we actually provide to our members. But I know you're heading off to Las Vegas soon, to Money 2020. Do you want to share a little bit about that? And also, I know that in London there's a blockchain event where your good friend and partner, Marco Streng, has been invited to speak alongside people such as John McAfee from McAfee Security Systems in London at that particular event. So you people are truly engaged at the highest level, Jakov.
Yes, definitely. You wouldn't believe what kind of people and what persons particularly are in this field active. It's unbelievable, basically. You wouldn't guess it. And I'm really happy for your users, your potential users and customers, that they have a simple access to Bitcoin. This is really crucial for the whole Bitcoin system, and I'm really happy for them, really. And I honestly and deeply believe that right now, it's not because I'm working in this space and I can sell something. I deeply believe that this is really the right time to diversify, not a huge, not all definitely, but a small portion of your fortune into cryptocurrencies, and in particular Bitcoin. This is what I deeply believe. And if somebody is around at the Money 2020 conference in Las Vegas, I will have a booth there with Genesis Mining and our Logos Fund. And also my partner Marco Strang is at the current and future London Blockchain Money Conference, as you mentioned. So we are open, we are publicly known persons, we are open for discussions and ideas. And if somebody wants to meet us, we are available.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Jakov. We're very, very excited about what we're bringing to the table here, and I agree with your statements regarding Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency world, and I also believe the future for gold and silver, as it's been for 5,000 or 6,000 years moving forward, what's happening with our fiat currencies is actually very, very optimistic as well, if we have the right understanding what it's actually, what its role is. I'll also be in the US, just for people, at Dr. Adrian Blue event in Orlando, so I really want to thank him for his leadership, but myself, I'll be there with Platinum Ambassador Leader Claudia Eifert at that particular event, so I look forward to meeting you at that, meeting many of you there. And if you're in Las Vegas or you're in London, you know what, go up to the Genesis Mining booth, introduce yourself, tell them how you got to learn about it. And with that, Jakov, I want to wish you safe, successful travels. I look forward to seeing you in November in Munich myself, heading over there to hopefully meet you and the team again to go through some things. And I want to wish all of our affiliates much success. My instructions are to you, for people on this call for the very first time, get back in contact with the person that introduced you to Swiss Gold Global, that brought you onto this particular call. And they're going to show you how to get involved to pick up the 10% discount on the Bitcoin lifetime mining packages, and to receive the 20% discount on your entry before we go live with the new platform. So Jakov, good night to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Mark, thank you so much for hosting tonight's call. And thank you for everyone in many parts of the world, including my part of the world in one sense, Southern Hemisphere, would have been up since 4 a.m. in the morning to join us on this call. With the greatest gratitude to you. Thank you and good night to all of you from Zurich, Switzerland. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.